Barteron, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, has need of a capable adventurer. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Satasha Saragora. And I need a trustworthy sort to end up north of Alport and find out who they are and what they were up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago as the fish pack's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Barteron, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellowjacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure my patrons are behaving or just thirsty? Neither. In fact, I was informed that you were requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from my recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Satasha Seagrot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Coerls had taken up the residence in the caves. Nothing can concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Satasha again. But with the Shanghin test in our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to a limited force at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Satasha is located in western Lenosia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimpella. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower docks. You heard him, man. Good luck to you, lass. You hear about the Commodore Raynor's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in western Lenosa, though you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Satasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the halls, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Seagrot. The hall is on the way to Satasha, just north of Aleport. Head inside and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. No matter what they've told you, be ready for pirates. There's never any shortage of the bastards. This is Limsa Laminsa we're talking about. This ferry is bound for Aleport. Are you riding with us? Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are brave to the depths of the Sastasha Seagrot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him, and you can register for exercises tailored for your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it'll be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sastasha Seagrot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Please, tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sought out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out for here, praying you don't spot any blue-face tattoos. I have an urgent request, but only if you are bound for Tidegate. I must deliver important orders from the Admiral herself to the Maelstrom commander stationed at the South Tidegate, but the storm privates assigned to accompany me have yet to arrive. For all I know, they could be lying drunk in a gutter somewhere, or dead in a gutter somewhere. You don't appear to be dead or drunk, so could I ask you to escort me through Quarterstone? I don't believe we'll encounter much trouble, but I've been known to be wrong on countless occasions. sully our spawning grounds. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was. Mind, I'm afraid that ship is already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? It would seem that ship not only sailed but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage, a pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorza. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, milady. Back then, are ya? With all your limbs and a tail to tell, I wailed her. Fishbacks. And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or three. 7 hills. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the skelly bastards have shut up shop in your bleeding's doorstep. Still sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see. Seems that for forest folk are in need of an adventurer who can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Barteron has information on a new task. Ready to hear about the job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know, but whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it will pose any trouble for our adventurer who has survived the bedlam of Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have a words with Mother Mune, like me counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, lass. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, it's you, Tolucc. Just so good to see you again. What's that? Here? At Bateron's suggestion, you say? The foul-mouthed rogue sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job, and it turns out to be you? Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there is a fit bit to tell you. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Mune is waiting to brief you on her task. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mune, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good morrow to you too, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is that the journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Well, if it isn't our very own woman for all seasons. You certainly have a knack for appearing when you're most needed, Tolucc. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but what the Gridanians have long interred are dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the Calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the deep croft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every ilm of our defenses in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Dalamud to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter, Tolucc? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the deep croft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Guildmaster Yuan has a trial in mind for which promises to be more dangerous than any you have faced thus far. I have been expecting you, Tolucc. You have been training hard, I trust? I would set you for your next trial, one more dangerous than any you have faced before. But I would not send an unprepared woman to her death. Before we proceed, I must needs verify your progress with my own eyes. You will face 3 experienced Lancers in single combat. Defeat each one in succession and you will prove yourself fit to undertake the trial. Arm yourself and take your place in the training area. We begin when you are ready. Well done, Tolucc. Impressive, Tolucc, most impressive. You are ready to face the trial. Yet, I did not exaggerate when I said it would be dangerous. Make no mistake, to take this test is to risk death. Knowing this, do you still wish to proceed? Yep. You disappoint me. Back again, are you? That woman is the only soul in this pathetic excuse for our guild who shows any promise. Which is why I counseled her to leave you. Alas, she chose to remain in your house at Craven's. Such a waste. This guild has outlived its purpose, and I mean to see its doors shut and barred for good. If you wish to object, I invite you to do so with lance in hand. You do not want for confidence, sir. But answer me this, what grudge do you hold against us? For what reason did you choose this of all crusades? I detest cravens who would proclaim their courage and like nothing better than to crush them. That is my reason. Well, the fixity of your purpose is clear, even if your reasoning is not. So be it. Suffice it to say, you will not have your way without a fight. Oh, but do not presume that I will be your opponent. No. You must face the Lancer over whom you've so granted claimed mentorship, the one woman among us whose potential you can condescend to acknowledge. Tolucc shall represent us all. As Guildmaster, I wager the fate of the guild upon her lance. Ha, do as you will, coward. It is your guild to throw away. You may even set the terms of the contest. Very well, Tolucc is here to undertake a trial. I challenge you to complete the task before she does. You are to travel to the East Shroud and prove your courage before the Lord of the Bramble Patch. He is a giant amongst boars, unrivaled in strength and savagery, and ruler over all his kind. You must go before the fearsome creature and stand your ground. Know, though, that the Lord of the Bramble Patch will not grant an audience to just anyone. You must needs present him an offering of the bloody tusks of his subjects, the wild boars that inhabit his domain. When you have prepared your offering, leave it upon an area of trampled earth. Drawn to the stench of the blood, the Lord of the Bramble Patch will soon appear. That is all. Are there any questions? No? Then let the trial commence. You shan't find much sport in these two. Come back another day, my friend. Well done, Tolucc. You have completed the trial. I trust you now see the truth in my words. Hurling yourself into the midst of danger is not courage. It is folly. No, this proves nothing. I refuse. I refuse to accept. You refuse to accept the weakness within you? No, Tolucc, leave him be. Your work here is done. Return to the guild. I shall see you there presently. I will not lie to you. You are no match for the Lord of the Bramble Patch. Had you betrayed any hint of fear, he would have gored you in the space of a moment and feasted on your entrails. But you stood your ground, holding fast to your composure and resolve. Thus you were able to stare terror in the face and survive unscathed. Well done, Tolucc. You have overcome the greatest hurdle in the quest to become master of your own courage. You may now bring to bear the full extent of your abilities upon even the mightiest of foes. As for Falquez, well, if there is a shred of reason left in him, he will have learned the self-same lesson as you this day. Painful though the experience must surely have been, one can only hope that it will serve to open his eyes to the truth. Go forth, Tolucc, and prepare yourself for further trials. I look forward to our next meeting.